Are you ignoring these gut signals? It could be fatal. Here's how to protect yourself. Gut health on point. Why this could change your life. Have you ever stopped to think about what's happening inside your body right now? Did you know that your gut, often called the second brain, might be controlling much more than just your digestion? It influences your mood, immunity, energy, and even your longevity. In Brazil, it's estimated that 70% of women over 45 face gut issues like bloating, constipation, or diarrhea, often without realizing these are warning signs. And here's an alarming statistic. Untreated gut problems can increase the risk of serious diseases like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even colorectal cancer, which affects over 40,000 Brazilians each year. In this video, we'll dive into the world of gut health and reveal natural remedies you can start using today to transform your quality of life. We'll talk about foods, teas, simple habits, and common mistakes that might be sabotaging your well-being. Our goal is clear: to help you who wants to prevent diseases, feel lighter, and care for your family with more energy, achieve a healthy and balanced gut. So grab a pen, jot down the tips, and get ready to apply practical changes that will make you feel renewed. If you like the content, don't forget to like, share with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And let me know in the comments. Have you ever felt any gut discomfort that worries you? Let's get started. Why is your gut the key to your health? Have you heard that the gut is the second brain? It's no exaggeration. It contains over 100 million neurons, more than the spinal cord, and produces 95% of serotonin, the happiness hormone. This means a healthy gut not only aids digestion but also improves your mood, strengthens your immunity, and even prevents chronic diseases. But when it's out of balance, the impact is devastating. Constant fatigue, trouble sleeping, frequent infections, and even anxiety can be linked to gut issues. Why does this matter to you? As a woman between 45 and 65, you're in a phase of life where preventive health is crucial. Hormonal changes, like those during menopause, can directly affect gut function, making it slower or more sensitive. Plus, the stress of caring for family, working, and maintaining well-being can overload your digestive system. Ignoring these signs can lead to serious issues, like irritable bowel syndrome or even chronic inflammation that increases the risk of heart disease. The science behind the gut. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, known as the gut microbiota. These bacteria are like an army protecting your health. They help digest food, produce vitamins, fight inflammation, and even talk to your brain through the gut-brain axis. When the microbiota is out of balance, a problem called dysbiosis, you might experience bloating, gas, constipation, or even abdominal pain. Studies show that 60% of women with dysbiosis report a decline in quality of life, from fatigue to difficulty concentrating. A practical example to understand. Think of your gut as your home's garden. If you take care of it, watering it with the right nutrients and keeping the soil balanced, it thrives. But if you neglect it, weeds, bad bacteria, take over, and the garden suffers. That's exactly how it works with your gut. Processed foods, stress, and bad habits are like weeds that throw your microbiota off balance. Practical tips to start today. Listen to your body. Pay attention to the signals your gut sends, like bloating after meals or irregular bathroom trips. Note what you ate and how you felt to spot patterns. Breathe deeply. Stress directly affects the gut. Try 5 minutes of deep breathing in the morning to calm your nervous system. Add fiber. Include a serving of oats or flaxseed at breakfast. They're like fertilizer for your good bacteria. Common mistakes to avoid. Many women brush off minor gut discomforts, thinking they're normal with age. Don't fall for that. Another common mistake is using laxatives without medical guidance, which can worsen dysbiosis and irritate the gut. If you feel something's off, it's time to act with natural, smart solutions, which we'll explore in the upcoming chapters. Why act now? A healthy gut isn't just about feeling good today. It's about ensuring you have the energy to enjoy life with your family, travel, care for your grandkids, and live with quality for years to come. Ignoring gut health can lead to problems beyond discomfort, like chronic inflammation that raises the risk of serious diseases. The good news? With small changes, you can transform your health starting today. Did you like these tips? Leave a comment sharing how you take care of your gut or which symptom worries you most. And don't forget to like and share this video with someone who needs it. Next, we'll talk about the warning signs that your gut is crying for help. Are you ready to find out? Imagine you're sitting at the dinner table enjoying a meal with family when you feel that familiar discomfort. Your stomach feels bloated, as if you ate twice as much as you actually did. Or maybe, in recent days, you've noticed fewer trips to the bathroom, leaving you with a heavy feeling. These moments, which many of us have experienced, aren't just passing annoyances. They're like a whisper from your gut, asking for help. As a woman between 45 and 65, you know how important it is to take care of yourself to have energy for your family, your grandkids, and the life you love. But sometimes we ignore these signs, thinking they're just part of aging. Today, let's dive into these alerts your body is sending and find out why it's so urgent to listen to them now. Think of your gut as the conductor of an orchestra that is your body. It doesn't just digest food, it regulates your energy, mood, and even immunity. When something's out of tune, it doesn't stay quiet, it sends signals. Maybe you feel bloating that makes you avoid tighter clothes, or perhaps you notice that, even after sleeping well, you wake up with unexplained fatigue. In Brazil, about 30% of women over 50 live with gut discomforts, but many only seek help when the problem has turned into a discordant symphony, like irritable bowel syndrome or inflammation that can open the door to more serious diseases. Let's talk about a woman named Anna, a 55-year-old teacher who loves cooking for her kids and walking with her grandkids. Lately, Anna started feeling bloated after lunch, accompanied by mild cramps that came and went. She also noticed she was more irritable, struggling to focus at work, and her bathroom trips were becoming less frequent. At first, Anna thought it was just the stress of her routine or menopause stuff. But these signs, bloating, constipation, fatigue, mood swings, are like red warning lights flashing on a car's dashboard, signaling that something needs attention. Why do these signs appear? Science gives us some clues. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, called the microbiota, that work as a team to keep you healthy. They help digest food, produce vitamins, and even communicate with your brain, influencing how you feel. When this team is out of balance, a condition called dysbiosis, the gut gets irritated, producing more gas or toxins. This can cause that annoying bloating or even abdominal pain that disrupts your day. For many women in our age group, menopausal hormonal changes like a drop in estrogen slow down the gut, explaining the constipation Anna, and maybe you, are dealing with. Stress also plays a role, as it activates the nervous system and puts digestion on the back burner, making everything worse. Now, think about how these signs affect your life. If you feel bloated or crampy, you might avoid going out with friends or wearing that outfit you love. If you're tired or anxious, it can be harder to enjoy family moments. And these discomforts aren't just inconveniences. They could be the start of something bigger. An imbalanced gut absorbs fewer nutrients, which can sap your energy and weaken your defenses. Studies show that untreated gut issues can increase the risk of diseases like type 2 diabetes, obesity, or even colorectal cancer, the third most common cancer among women in Brazil. This is the part that demands urgency. Listening to your body now can change the course of your story. But how do you know if what you're feeling is really a gut signal? A simple way is to pay attention to your body like you would a friend who needs care. For example, notice how you feel after eating. If bloating shows up after a meal heavy in dairy or gluten, it could be a sign of food sensitivity, which is common after 45. Also, check your bowel rhythm. Going to the bathroom less than 3 times a week or having hard stools isn't normal, even if it seems common. And if you're feeling more anxious or irritable without a clear reason, ask yourself, could my gut be influencing this? A practical trick is to write down everything you eat and how you feel afterward for a week. This can reveal patterns you never imagined. Here's a tip you can try today. Start your day with a glass of warm water with a few drops of lemon. This simple drink gently stimulates your gut and can reduce bloating in just a few days. Another idea is to set aside 20 minutes for your meals, chewing each bite thoroughly. Eating quickly, something many of us do in a rush, overloads the gut and causes gas. And please, avoid the mistake Anna made early on, taking laxatives without guidance. They can irritate the gut and worsen bacterial imbalances. Instead, we'll soon explore natural remedies, like teas and foods, that soothe the gut safely. You deserve to feel light and energized to enjoy life with those you love. Ignoring your gut signals is like putting off car maintenance. Small problems can turn into big headaches. But the good news is, with small changes, you can transform your health starting now. Soon, we'll show you how to use food and simple habits to restore balance to your gut. Before we continue, let me know in the comments. Have you felt any of these discomforts, like bloating or fatigue? Your story could inspire other women. And if this video is helping you, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel to catch the next tips. Let's take care of your gut together. Have you ever stopped to think about what's on your plate every day? That weekend pizza, the white bread at breakfast, or that cold soda at lunch might seem harmless, but to your gut, they're like uninvited guests crashing the party. As a woman between 45 and 65, you've probably felt, maybe in your belly, the weight of food choices that aren't so great. Maybe it's bloating that comes out of nowhere or a sluggish feeling that leaves you without energy to enjoy your grandkids. Today, I want to tell you how modern eating habits are sabotaging your gut health and what you can do to change that. Let's talk like friends, because caring for your gut is caring for yourself and those you love. Think of your gut as a lively home, inhabited by trillions of bacteria that work to keep everything in order. These bacteria, called the microbiota, are like your best friends. They help digest food, produce vitamins, and even protect against diseases. But the diet many of us follow today, full of ultra-processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, is like serving junk food to these friends. They weaken, and less friendly bacteria start taking over. This imbalance, called dysbiosis, is the root of many gut issues, like gas, constipation, or even diarrhea. In Brazil, 60% of women over 50 have some degree of dysbiosis, which can increase the risk of serious conditions like diabetes or heart problems. Now, imagine a woman named Sonia, 58, who loves hosting family barbecues on Sundays. She always has chips, sodas, and ready-made desserts on the table. In recent months, Sonia started feeling bloated and inexplicably tired. She thought it was just aging, but what she didn't know was that those processed foods were hindering her gut's work. Foods like stuffed cookies, processed meats, and instant noodles are low in fiber and full of additives that irritate the gut lining. Over time, this slows down the gut, builds up toxins, and leaves you with that heavy feeling. It's not just food that's part of this story. Stress is a major villain too. How many times have you eaten in a rush, answering messages, or thinking about your to-do list? When we're stressed, our body goes into alert mode, and digestion takes a back seat. This is even worse for women in menopause, as the drop in hormones like estrogen already makes the gut lazier. Add to that the fact that many of us drink little water. Yes, that breakfast without a glass of water counts. And you've got the perfect recipe for a gut that doesn't function properly. But here's the good news. You don't need to become a nutrition expert to change this. Small daily choices can make a huge difference. For example, swap white bread for a slice of whole grain bread, or add a spoonful of oats to your yogurt. These foods are rich in fiber, acting like a broom that sweeps out what doesn't need to stay in your gut. Another tip is to check product labels. If the ingredient list looks like a chemistry book, leave it on the shelf. Opt for fresh foods like fruits, vegetables, and grains, which are like a gift to your good bacteria. Stress deserves your attention too. I know life is hectic, managing the house, family, maybe even working, but taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply can calm your body and help your gut. A simple trick is to close your eyes, inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale through your mouth for 6. Do this before eating and see how your body responds better to food. And don't forget water. Drink at least 1.5 liters a day in small sips to keep everything flowing. One mistake many of us make is thinking a salad at lunch fixes everything. It doesn't quite work that way. If the rest of your day is filled with processed foods, that salad is like a drop in the ocean. Another trap is relying on light or zero sugar products, which often contain artificial sweeteners that disrupt your microbiota. Instead of falling into these traps, try cooking more at home. A pumpkin soup with ginger, for example, is easy, affordable, and does wonders for your gut. Have you ever considered the impact a healthy gut can have on your life? Feeling light, with energy to play with your grandkids, travel with friends, or simply enjoy a discomfort-free day is something you deserve. But ignoring what's sabotaging your gut can lead to bigger problems, like inflammation that increases the risk of chronic diseases. In Brazil, 400,000 people die each year from cardiovascular issues, and an imbalanced gut can contribute to that. So, why not start today? Grab a notebook and write down what you ate yesterday. Too many processed foods? If so, swap one for something natural tomorrow. I want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me, what's that one food you know isn't good for you but still sneaks into your routine? Your story could inspire other women. And if you're liking these tips, give a like, share this video with someone who needs it, and subscribe to keep taking care of your health with me. Let's make your gut smile together. Imagine opening your fridge and finding a gift for your gut right there in front of you. It's not an expensive medicine or a complicated formula, but simple foods like a juicy apple, a handful of oats, or a small pot of plain yogurt. As a woman between 45 and 65, you know that taking care of your health is taking care of the life you love. From family lunches to walks with your grandkids. Today, I want to share how the right foods can nourish your gut and bring back that feeling of lightness that makes all the difference. Let's turn your kitchen into an ally for your health. Your gut is like a garden, and the good bacteria living there need food to thrive. These bacteria love fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics, words that sound complex but are just names for things you already know. Fiber is found in fruits like apples, pears, and bananas, vegetables like carrots and zucchini, and grains like oats and quinoa. They act like a broom, helping clean your gut and keep everything running smoothly. Probiotics are the good bacteria in fermented foods like plain yogurt and kefir, while prebiotics, like onions and garlic, are the food that helps those bacteria grow strong. In Brazil, 70% of women don't get enough fiber, which can lead to constipation and even increase the risk of diseases like colorectal cancer. Think of Dona Clara, a 60-year-old grandmother who loves cooking for her family. She started adding a green salad with grated carrots and a spoonful of flaxseed to her lunch. For dessert, an apple with the skin on. Within days, Clara noticed less bloating and more regular bathroom trips. Sounds simple, right? It is. Start by adding a fruit to your breakfast. A mashed banana with oats is delicious and easy. At lunch, load up on cooked or raw veggies, and try plain yogurt without sugar for an afternoon snack. These small steps feed your good bacteria and soothe your gut. A common mistake is thinking one salad a week does the trick. It doesn't. Your gut needs fiber every day. Another slip-up is buying yogurts packed with sugar or artificial flavors. They can actually worsen the imbalance. Go for plain yogurt and, if you want a touch of sweetness, add a spoonful of honey. And don't forget, chew well. Eating slowly helps your gut process everything calmly. You deserve to feel good, with energy to enjoy life. Ignoring your diet can lead to issues like inflammation that sap your energy. Why not start today? Grab a fruit right now and take the first step. Tell me in the comments, what healthy food do you already love? Like, share, and subscribe for more tips. You know those days when all you want is a warm drink to soothe your soul, and as a bonus, your stomach? A hot tea can be more than comfort. It can be a natural remedy for your gut. As a woman between 45 and 65, you've probably heard about the powers of chamomile or peppermint tea, but you might not know how much they can help your gut health. Let's talk about simple teas you can find at any store or even in your garden, and how to prepare them to keep your gut happy. Chamomile tea, for instance, is like a hug for your gut. It has anti-inflammatory properties that calm irritation and help with cramps or bloating. Studies show chamomile can even reduce symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. To make it, boil 200 milliliters of water, Add a tablespoon of dried chamomile flowers, or a tea bag, and let it steep for 10 minutes. Sip a cup at night, slowly, to relax your body and gut. Another favorite is peppermint tea, which relieves gas and boosts digestion. Boil 200 milliliters of water, add 10 fresh peppermint leaves, or a tea bag, and let it rest for 5 minutes. Drink it after lunch to avoid that annoying bloating. I met a woman named Lucia, 62, who suffered from cramps after meals. She started drinking chamomile tea every night and noticed the discomfort eased within a week. Lucia also began carrying a peppermint tea bag in her purse for busier days. These teas are affordable, easy to find, and have no side effects when taken in moderation. But be careful. Avoid sweetening with sugar, which can irritate the gut. If you want, use a spoonful of pure honey. A common mistake is drinking industrialized teas full of artificial flavors. They don't have the same effect and can even worsen inflammation. Another slip-up is overdoing it. 1 or 2 cups a day is enough. These teas are like allies for your gut, helping maintain calm and balance. Ignoring digestion care can lead to discomforts that steal your energy, and you deserve to feel light to enjoy life with your family. Why not try a tea today? Pick chamomile or peppermint and see how your body responds. In the comments, tell me, what tea do you already drink or want to try? Like, share with someone who needs it, and subscribe to keep taking care of your health with me. Have you ever caught yourself rushing through the day, taking care of the house and family, and forgetting to drink a glass of water? It seems so simple, but water is like the fuel that keeps your gut running like clockwork. As a woman between 45 and 65, we know keeping energy to enjoy life is essential, and hydration is a key piece of that. Let's talk about why water is so important for your gut and how to add more fluids to your day in a practical, natural way. Your gut needs water to let food slide smoothly, like a river carrying everything away. Without enough water, stools get hard, which can cause constipation, a problem that affects 20% of women in menopause, according to studies. Water also helps your good bacteria work better, keeping your microbiota balanced. And it's not just plain water. Natural teas, unsweetened juices, and even vegetable broths count. For example, a pumpkin broth with a touch of ginger not only hydrates but also soothes the gut. I met Donna Vera, 57, who struggled with constipation and bloating. She thought she drank enough water but realized she was only having about 3 glasses a day, mixed with coffee and soda. When she started carrying a water bottle and drinking 1.5 liters a day, plus adding a chamomile tea at night, her stomach felt lighter within days. The tip is simple. Take small sips throughout the day, starting with a glass of warm water when you wake up. If you find it bland, add a lemon slice or some basil leaves for flavor. A mistake many of us make is swapping water for sodas or industrialized juices. These drinks have sugar or sweeteners that irritate the gut and can worsen bloating. Another slip-up is waiting to feel thirsty to drink water. At our age, the thirst sensation can be less intense, so build a habit of drinking regularly. Try keeping a bottle on your desk or in your bag as a reminder. Hydrating your body is like watering a plant. Without water, it wilts. A dehydrated gut can lead to discomforts that sap your energy, and you deserve to feel good to enjoy every moment. Why not start now? Fill a glass of water and take a sip while watching our video. In the comments, tell me, How do you stay hydrated in your daily routine? Have you ever tried a creamy homemade yogurt or heard about kefir, that miracle everyone seems to be talking about for health? These foods are like superheroes for your gut, bringing probiotics, the good bacteria that help keep everything in balance. We all want to feel light and full of energy to enjoy life, and natural probiotics can be our best friends on this journey. Let's find out how to add them to your routine in a simple and tasty way. Probiotics are live bacteria found in fermented foods like plain yogurt, kefir, and even sauerkraut. They strengthen your microbiota, helping fight inflammation and improve digestion. Studies show that regularly consuming probiotics can reduce bloating and even ease anxiety symptoms, since the gut and brain are connected. In Brazil, many women don't get enough probiotics, which can leave the gut vulnerable to issues like constipation or infections. Think of Dona Marlene, 50, who struggled with gas and fatigue. She started making kefir at home. It's easier than it sounds. You just need kefir grains, which you can get from a friend or buy online, and milk. Mix a tablespoon of grains into 500 milliliters of milk. Let it ferment for 24 hours at room temperature, and strain. The result is a creamy drink you can have plain or with fruit. Marlene has a small glass at breakfast and says she's never felt lighter. If you want something simpler, buy plain unsweetened yogurt and add a spoonful of honey or some papaya chunks. Be careful not to fall for the mistake of buying yogurts packed with artificial flavors. They have few probiotics and too much sugar, which can throw off your microbiota. Another misstep is thinking probiotic capsules are the only solution. Natural foods are cheaper and often more effective. Try adding a serving of yogurt or kefir at least 4 times a week. You deserve a gut that works for you, giving you energy to live joyfully. Ignoring probiotics can leave your body more vulnerable to discomforts and diseases. Why not try kefir or yogurt this week? Tell me in the comments. Do you already use any fermented foods? You know those habits that seem small but end up harming your health without you noticing? You've probably felt firsthand how the daily rush can mess with your gut. Eating quickly, skipping breakfast, or sleeping poorly are things many of us do, but they can sabotage our well-being. Let's talk about these common mistakes and how to fix them with simple steps that will make your gut, and you, smile. One of the biggest slip-ups is eating fast, swallowing food without chewing properly. When you do this, your gut has to work twice as hard to digest, leading to gas and bloating. I met Dona Rita, 63, who dealt with discomfort after meals. She started setting aside 20 minutes to eat, chewing each bite at least 15 times. Within a week, her bloating decreased, and she felt lighter. Another trap is neglecting sleep. Sleeping less than 6 hours a night can disrupt your microbiota, studies show, because the stress of poor sleep messes with digestion. Another common mistake is skipping meals or relying on processed snacks like chips or cookies. These foods are low in fiber and full of additives that irritate the gut. Instead, keep a fruit or a handful of nuts on hand for hungry moments. And watch out for laxatives without guidance. Many women use them to fix constipation, but they can make your gut dependent and worsen the issue. To fix this, start with small changes. Sit down to eat and turn off your phone to avoid distractions. Aim for at least 7 hours of sleep a night. A chamomile tea before bed can help. And add fiber, like a spoonful of oats at breakfast. These habits are like a gentle hug for your gut, helping prevent problems that steal your energy. You deserve to feel good to enjoy life with your family. Ignoring these mistakes can lead to discomforts that disrupt your day. Why not chew more slowly today? Have you ever wanted a simple plan to wake up feeling light and full of energy? As a woman, you know the daily grind can be tough, but caring for your gut with daily habits is like giving your body a hug. Let's create an easy, practical routine together to keep your gut balanced, helping you prevent discomforts and live with more energy. Start your day with a glass of warm water with a few drops of lemon. This simple drink stimulates your gut and preps your body for the day. At breakfast, include a serving of fiber, like a spoonful of oats with a banana or plain yogurt with flaxseed. These foods feed your good bacteria and keep everything flowing. Throughout the day, drink at least 1.5 liters of water. Keep a bottle nearby so you don't forget. At lunch, load up on cooked veggies like zucchini or carrots and avoid heavy foods like fried stuff. At night, try a chamomile tea, made with a tablespoon of dried flowers in 200 milliliters of boiling water, steeped for 10 minutes. It soothes your gut and helps you relax for a good night's sleep. Speaking of sleep, aim for at least 7 hours. It's when your gut rests and repairs. I met Dona Fatima, 59, who adopted this routine and, in 2 weeks, felt less bloating and more energy to care for her grandkids. A common mistake is thinking you need drastic changes. Not true. Small steps, like drinking water first thing or adding a fruit to your snack, make a difference. Another slip-up is eating late at night, which burdens digestion. Try to have dinner at least 3 hours before bed. This routine is like a gift to your body, giving you the lightness you deserve. A balanced gut can prevent issues that affect your quality of life. Why not start with lemon water tomorrow? Tell me in the comments, which habit will you adopt? Have you ever thought about how much a healthy gut can transform your life? As a woman between 45 and 65, you want to live with energy, enjoy your family, and age with quality. A balanced gut isn't just about avoiding bloating or constipation. It's about ensuring longevity and well-being for you and those you love. Let's talk about why caring for your gut is one of the best choices you can make. Your gut is like the foundation of a house. When it's strong, everything works better. It regulates your immunity, absorbs nutrients, and even affects your mood. When it's healthy, it helps prevent serious diseases like diabetes, heart issues, and colorectal cancer, which affects 40,000 Brazilians a year. A study showed that women with balanced microbiota have a 30% lower risk of chronic inflammation, which can sap your energy and health. Think of Dona Helena, 65, who started adding kefir, peppermint tea, and more fiber to her routine. Now, she has energy to play with her grandkids and travel with friends without worrying about discomforts. You can get there too. Stick with the tips we've shared. Drink water, eat fruits and veggies, sip teas like chamomile, 1 cup at night, made with 200 milliliters of boiling water and a tablespoon of dried flowers, and sleep well. Avoid processed foods and eating in a rush. Caring for your gut is like investing in your future happiness. Ignoring it can lead to problems that derail your plans to live lightly. You deserve to feel good, now and always. Start with a small step, like drinking peppermint tea today. Caring for your gut is an act of love for yourself and your family. To sum up, start the day with warm lemon water, Include fiber like oats and fruits. Drink chamomile or peppermint tea. 200 milliliters boiling water. 10 minutes steep. Drink 1.5 liters of water a day. Sleep 7 hours. And avoid processed foods. Try these tips for a week and feel the difference.